Alright folks, yeah, it's the squinty webcam once again. Yeah, I never managed to get the Friday Waffle done last night. I'm just chasing my tail at the moment. Yeah, I mean, my job, love my job to bits, but it is really busy. I don't know, there's just so much going on just now. I feel like I've not got time for anything. Hence the reason I have to record these driving, because if I didn't do this, you quite simply would not get a Friday Waffle. So yeah, I'm completely out of. I obviously can't look at questions, whatever. But I'm just going to talk shite for about 10-15 minutes and then get this uploaded. So I hope you're all doing fine. I'm good. It's just really busy. Just so much going on. The thing about, I don't like to normally talk about my work, but we are in the process of we've been bought over by another company. I mean, the acquisition actually happened about 4 years ago, but they've largely let our company sort of run independently. But that's all changed. That changed on the 1st of June. We are now one company, so I now work for a different employer. You know, different T-shirt. And that's about it. So yeah, we're going through a lot of changes. There's a lot of uncertainty. You know how these things kind of roll out. You know, it's people are changing jobs, and people are, you know, people are sort of saying, "Oh, that's not my job anymore. That's such and such's job," and you know how it goes. It's quite funny because I'm a sort of involved in health and safety and sort of the quality management side of things, but I'm also responsible for the facilities, which means I'm responsible if the heating doesn't work. I'm the one you complain about. You know, anything like that. It's my job to ensure that we've got a sort of a safe and compliant office. So I look after 2 offices, one in Livingston and one down in. Why are you in the? Did you see that? That person was on the wrong side of the road. Fucking hell. Yeah, so we've got an office in Swindon, so I'm doing both of these, and it's quite funny because there's a girl who worked in our team, but she has now moved across to HR, and we said to her, right, like, what you need to do, you need to give us a list of jobs which you're no longer doing, and I think she effectively. Why is that guy going really slow? I think she effectively cherry-picked the jobs that she wanted to do, and gave me the rest of the shite. And yeah, one of them is down in Swindon. They have in the sort of the kitchen, they have a bowl of fruit, and yeah, it was her job to ensure that the fruit is always maintained. The fruit in the bowl is always maintained, and yeah, that was getting passed to me. So it's quite funny because I'll be talking to my boss, having meetings about quality policies and ISO 9001 and all that kind of bollocks, and he'll go, anyway, don't forget, make sure that fruit bowl's kept up to date. That's the most important thing. So it's a bit of a kind of running joke, but yeah, so that's kind of been that. What have I been doing this week? Say not a great deal. I've just been whinging to you guys about how busy I am, and then I'm saying I've not been up to very much. My boss was up for a couple of days this week, so I ended up working late. You know, they were staying in hotels, so I ended up taking them back to the hotel. I was playing pool. I've got to say, whilst I'm still losing matches, let's put this bad boy through his paces. There we go. Yeah. Well, I'm still losing matches. I am playing really well. The thing is, there you go, BMW wanker. The guys that what the fuck is he all about? I'm doing 60. There are some complete no-bends on the road, isn't there? Absolute no-bends, driving way too fast. Why is this guy going about 10 miles an hour? That is how accidents happen. People going way too slow. but then equally people going way too fast. What was I talking about? Can't remember what I was talking about. Yeah, pool. I'm playing really, really well. You know, my game has come on so much. And there's a couple. Two of the guys actually had a catch-up game to play on Tuesday, as well as my normal match that I had to play. So I was playing. The two guys I was playing are probably the two best out of. There's about 35 players. They're probably in the top 3 or 4. So they're shit hot. You know, they play for Scotland. They represent their country. And yeah, I mean, I lost 5-1 to one of them and 5-2 to another one. And you're thinking, well, that's a thrashing. But when you're playing the best players there are, you know, guys that are shit hot, you've got to be, you can't be crap and take a frame off these guys. It's just not possible. And you know, so it was. I managed to take 3 frames. I lost 10, managed to win 3, which I'm proud of. There was a couple of frames I should have won. So no, really, really happy how I'm playing at pool. I mean, I just play for fun. And it's quite funny because there was a guy who was complaining about somebody cheating at pool, and it got me thinking, you know what, I'm one of these people. I mean, throughout my life, I like to kind of compete, you know, whether it's myself, competing against myself, like we're running. Never been a football person, but I used to play rugby, play squash. I actually miss playing squash. I've not played squash for probably coming up to 20 years. I would love. I wonder if there's anyone. I need to think about if there's anyone that can play. The problem is all the people that used to play squash, they're all fat and can't move. There's a guy going 100 miles an hour on a motorbike. Yeah, just for a change. I must admit, I've got a lot of mates who drive motorbikes, but sometimes you see guys in motorbikes, and it's almost like they've got this God forbidden right to exceed the speed limit and overtake. You know what I mean? Because they're on a motorbike, they think, yeah, I'm going to overtake every single car. I don't like that. But anyway, pool, yeah, playing really well at pool, enjoying it. Yeah, talking about about people cheating. I've always played sport, you know, took part in sport just to do the best I possibly can. I don't excel at anything. There is nothing you know what? There's only one thing, and one thing only, that I have found that I am better than most people at. And that, folks, is the high jump at track and field. Yep. Here's the thing, this is a true story. Back in whenever it would be, I don't know, 2005, 2006, when the Xbox 360 was the cutting edge console, they had a thing called Xbox Live, and you could play games against your friends, you could play games against people all over the world. And one of the games, Microsoft, they started putting out updates of classic arcade games. So there was updates of Robotron, Yer Kung Fu, Track and Field, Greenberry, Pac-Man, Time Pilot, I think that was another one, Frogger, I remember that one. Loads of different games. And the one that I was really excited about, I'm not going to say super excited, because that's one of these phrases that when somebody says that, I want to get a crowbar, I want to prise open their mouth, and I want to rip their tongue out their throat, out their mouth, for saying, I was super excited. Fuck off, you're super excited. You're not 12. So anyway, yeah, I was really excited about Track and Field coming to Xbox Live, because here was a game that we could now play. We could play against people all over the world. So I was really excited, and sadly, it was like lag central. You know, arcade games like that, you can't have any lag. So they never really got it working properly. But what you could do, you could still play, so things like the 100 metres or the 100 metres, 110 metre hurdles, things where you're actually competing against somebody, it was hopeless, it was a waste of time, it was like 3 frames a second. But you could still play the other games absolutely fine. And for quite a while, I don't think I ever got the best score, but I was number 2 in, let me think, I think I was in the top 10 for the 100 metres. I was definitely in the top 10 for the long jump. I'm talking about the world global championship for track and field. But I held, I think I was second in both the javelin and the high jump. I think the best I got was my PB for the high jump, I'm sure was 2.49 metres. Or it might have been higher, it might have been 2.5, I can't remember. But and the same with the height, the long jump, the javelin, I couldn't quite beat 100 metres, but it was like, I don't know, 98.5 or something. I was in, 98, 99 metres, and I think there was one person higher than me. Same with the hurdles, I had a really good score at that. I mean, I think I was getting like, I don't know, under 9 seconds for the hurdles, which is really good. But then, I'm just looking at that. Is that guy look at the registration in that car. I wouldn't be boasting that, mate. Fantastic. You've got to love this Scottish sense of humour, yeah. Yeah, the registration is W55N0B. Yeah, brilliant. I'm glad I've got that in camera, actually. That is awesome. But yeah, so I was shit hot at that. But then sadly, people discovered ways of breaking the system, and it's the same with I don't know if you can do it in the arcades, I don't think you can, but people ended up posting hurdle times of like 0.01 of a second. Now I don't know whether if you just leave the clock running indefinitely, let it run for like a minute, it registers that score. So it ended up that, my score of like 9 seconds, I was wiped out, because everybody were posting scores of like, a quarter of a second, which completely spoiled it, and it was the same with the high jump and all that. People ended up being able to manipulate it. These are all new traffic lights, and it just completely spoiled it. We're talking about cheating, and yeah, I was talking about that's the one thing I'm good at, track and field. Not as good as John Studley, but I can hold my own, and particularly the high jump. But I don't get people cheating. It's funny, because when my daughter was younger, oh come on. Okay, I suppose he's letting these guys through. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I take it back. Yeah, that's fair enough. What was I going to say? Yeah, my daughter used to, anytime you played like Monopoly or any game with my daughter, she would want to win, and she would go in a bad mood if she didn't win. And it's quite funny, because I was talking to a guy at my work about that, and he said his kids are the same. Unless they win, they go in a huff, and that's a thing that children do. But yeah, you need to, as you get older in life, you realise that chances of you being the best at anything is probably next to zero. Other than track and field, arcade game, high jump. There's not really very much I'm good at. I'm not bad at a few things. People, like running. I am, I've ran 100 miles, which, not many people. I think actually I was looking at the website. There's only, I think it's less than 1,500 people have ever completed the West Highland Way race, 1,500 people in the entire world. Now, I understand that not everybody in the entire world has tried to run the West Highland race, but, you know, I'm one of these 1,500, so, you know, there's plenty of things that I'm proud of. Am I the best? Hell no. But yeah, when you do sport, you've got to do it. You've got to do it, you know, give it your all. If you win, fantastic. If you lose, then take it on the chin. Improve, you know, go and get better, and then come back, and then hopefully you'll be able to. Right, let's see what the petrol is, folks. It's down by 1 pence. I think it was 146. It's 145.9. But yeah, it's talking about cheating. But yeah, I never get that. The worst case of cheating that I've ever seen. I mean, I've seen a few people who. There was one woman. I think it was at the Boston Marathon. She won it. Or she didn't win it, but she was like, I think she was like the fastest woman. She was the first woman to finish, and it turns out that she'd got on a bloody bus. She'd got on a bus, and then she got off the bus just before the finish and crossed over. And there was an example, I don't know, about maybe 3-4 years ago, of a guy down in, I'm going to say Yorkshire somewhere. He, which is North England to any of our non-UK people, he won a 10k, which is about 6.2 miles. He won a race on, like, I don't know, the Saturday. He actually won it, so he's like a brilliant athlete. He won it in a really good time. Then the following day, he took part in a half marathon, and he won it. Then they discovered that he'd got on the bus. So he cheated, and it's like, why would you want to cheat? You know what, I can understand, what's that guy Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the guy that cheated at that, I totally get that. Why would you want to cheat? Because I've got the chance of winning £1 million. I'm not stealing it from anybody, I'm merely manipulating the system and winning money. I get that, I get why people cheat for something like that. It doesn't make it right, but I understand there's a monetary incentive. You're not taking the money off anybody, you're taking it off a TV company. But to cheat at a race and say, oh yeah, I won that. No, you didn't, you bloody cheated, you got on a bus. What's the point of that? Oh man, just mental, absolutely mental. So anyway, yeah, where am I now? Back on YouTube. I'll keep talking as long as I've got something to talk about until I get to my girlfriend's house. I'm extremely aware of lack of videos. I mean, I couldn't actually tell you the last time I did a sort of a non-live video. It's been a wee while. And the thing is, I've got a couple of videos that I've done, but I've still to record the audio. And here's the thing, it's funny, when I was still together with my ex, I used to record videos downstairs, and I would play the game, whatever, and I would record it. Come on, mate. I would record the audio at the same time, so you know, it was all recorded at once. Now I generally record videos. I generally record the video part of it, and then I will do the voiceover part later on, the commentary, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know what it is. It's weird. I'm not a shy person. You know, I can stand up and talk to people, and you know, I don't mind. And I did like play Blackpool and talk to people, talking to like in front of 200 people. That doesn't bother me. But, and it's the same with when I'm doing live streams. When I'm doing live streams, I'm quite happy to do these. My daughter's next door, so I'll be talking. Doesn't bother me. But I don't know what it is. I feel slightly, not awkward. I don't know what it is. I just feel slightly kind of not uncomfortable. I don't know what why did that come up? Were you coming up? It just came up as if I was going to crash into something. It comes up with a kind of alarm thing. I don't know why. Yeah, when when I've got a video to record and I think, right, I now need to do the commentary, when my daughter's next door through the wall, I'm always slightly self-conscious. That's the phrase I was looking for, folks. I'm always slightly self-conscious. I don't know why. So, and because I've got to record the video, then I've got to record the voice, it means that a video is taking twice as long as it would normally take. Whereas if I was doing it all in a oneer, then it would be done in one kind of fell swoop, so to speak. So that's kind of part of it. Yeah, don't know. Like I say all the time, I would love to get back to putting out videos. I mean, when did I last record an Arcade Perfect My Arse? When did I last record a 8-bit face-off kerfuffle? It's been ages. I do want to get back to doing these kind of videos. When that'll happen, I have got no idea. But anyway, yeah. Gaming wise, what have I been playing? Funny, I was at the computer club on, what day was I at the computer club? Yesterday actually, which was Thursday. Yeah, this is getting recorded on Friday, folks, so you're actually getting a Friday Waffle on a Friday. I was at the computer club last night, took along the Mister, because we used to, in the early days of the computer club, we used to take along original hardware. Do you remember that, folks? That's when you took along Spectrums and Commodore 64s. Now we all take along Misters and Raspberry Pis, and part of me's thinking, oh no, that's not, we shouldn't be doing that. But we go along, the whole point of the computer club, well, it's meant to be, it's an opportunity to just completely indulge yourself in video games and yeah, not have to worry about real life for a couple of hours. But the thing is, you take along a Mister, you've got access to all these systems, which is great, really is. So none of us, very few of us, actually, that car in front looks like a massive Mini. It looks like an enlarged Mini. Weird. I can't actually see the car in front. I hate that. I hate when I'm behind a lorry or a van or whatever, because you can't kind of see what's in front of you. But I'll give you a laugh. Well, it's not really funny, but when I was at the computer club last night, I usually take along, I've got this, it's like a giant tablet. It's not a tablet because it's not like you can't touch it or anything, but you can pick it up obviously, but you can't, it's not a tablet, it's a screen. And it allows, this guy obviously doesn't want to pull in, twat. Yeah, it's a giant screen. But anyway, I think I told you, I bought a Sinclair QL a couple of weeks ago, got it for a good price. I am actually planning to do a sort of, not a live video, record me setting it up and trying to get it working. But I bought this Sinclair QL, and the guy gave me a little TV with it, which is excellent. So I had that along, took that along last night. Where am I going with this? Yeah, anyway, yeah, took the screen along. But stupidly, I had forgotten to put an HDMI cable into the bag, so I had to go to Sainsbury's to buy one, and they didn't actually have any, but what they do have is they've got an Argos that's like bolted on to Sainsbury's, and this bloody cable was £9.99. I'm like, you're having a laugh. I've never paid £9.99 for a SCART cable. I actually saw an article saying that gold plated, apparently back in the day, people, one of my mates, he was guilty of it, they would you would have these gold plated audio leads and gold plated SCART cables and all this bollocks, and apparently a lot of people said it's a lot of shite. There is no difference unless you've got some kind of system that's like 10 grand. You're not going to get any better picture. But one of my mates, he used to go over the top. Anything that he bought or did, whether it was a computer or a hi-fi or a DVD player, he always had to have it the best. You had to have the best of everything, and that included, he would spend like 50 quid on a SCART cable. And apparently it's a lot of bollocks. Maybe Dell Boy will disagree, because Dell is a bit of a he's a bit of a hi-fi oblique film aficionado, aka expert. So maybe Dell will be able to confirm whether I'm talking shite or not, or whether the article I read is a lot of bollocks. I'm going to pull out here. This guy is determined to hog the outside lane anyway, not to worry. But anyway, I bought a SCART. I had to go into Sainsbury's, into Argos, bought this SCART cable, and you know that thing when if you buy like a TV, it'll say, oh, do you also want the SCART cable? Or do you want the surround sound? I bought the SCART cable and it says, can we interest you in an £800 TV? Don't think so, mate. Nice try. So, got the cable, yeah, all good. So, good fun doing that. Yeah, but what else have I been doing? I'm still getting stuck into Resident Evil 4, the remake for the Xbox Series X. What a game it is. I mean, I'm a fan. I'm not just a fan. I've always told anybody that's willing to listen that Resident Evil 4 is one of the best games ever. It's by and large the best Resident Evil game in my opinion. I've completed it so many times. I mean, I've completed it. What have I completed it on? I've completed it on the GameCube. I've completed it on the Xbox 360. I've completed it on the PC, the Wii. Oh God, PlayStation 4. Yeah, I think I've completed the PlayStation 4 as well, and I've also completed it on the. No, that's it, I think. But yeah, this new one. They've taken the original game, but they've improved the graphics tenfold. They've added additional baddies, they've added extra levels, extra bits of level. It's a phenomenal game. If you like Resident Evil games, go and get it. I mean, I bought it when it came out over a year ago, but me being stupid, I thought, no, I'm not playing that until I've completed Last of Us 2, and it took me forever, or what felt like forever, to complete that. So yeah, I had to complete that, and then you'll probably be able to get the Resident Evil game for about, I don't know, 20 quid if you've got a chance. Where are you going, mate? Oh, he's turning in, or is he just stopping? Oh, he's just stopping. Can't park in the pavement, mate, that's illegal. So anyway, yeah, I've been enjoying that. So listen, folks, for obvious reasons, I don't want to have my girlfriend's house broadcast on YouTube, so I'm going to get going. I should be along. I want to watch the England game. I don't know if I don't do a live stream on. If I do a live stream, it might be earlier than normal, because I do want to watch England get beat, and I do want to watch England play on Sunday. I don't even know who they're playing actually. Is it Slovenia? I think it is. I want to watch that. I will put a post up on Discord, Facebook, YouTube, let you know what time I'm going to be doing a stream. If I don't do it then, I might do it on Monday. Though saying that, I'm actually away down to, I've got a flight at 6 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, so I might be getting an earlier night. So anyway, listen folks, I'm going to get going. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And as always folks, thank you very much for watching.